The 2009 through 2014 F-150 headlights are okay. They can show their age over time, they don't have the most stylish appearance, and they definitely don't reach their full potential with their lighting performance. However, this set of Morimoto X the Evo LED headlights with the black housing and clear lens does. Now, this premium set of headlights is for the F-150 owner who is looking to invest in their lighting performance with a sharp appearance, bright and crisp LEDs, and the ability to customize these headlights to your specific preference. Now, along with the style and capability benefits, they're also a no-fuss solution with a completely plug-and-play kit if you want a hassle-free operation when it comes time to make the swap. The most notable feature here with this set is the appearance with the crystal clear lens over the dark piano black and titanium gray housing, which gives this set a stealthier feel without hindering the LEDs, and the internal design with the ice cube-like dual projectors and the sharp daytime running light really make this set stand out. Now, the bi-LED lenses for the low and high beams are two of the larger projectors right in the center, and paired with the LEDs, they not only look very clean, but they create a high output and consistent beam for optimal visibility, especially with a sharp cutoff line that reduces any bounce back or reflection. Now, what's unique about this set is the high beam booster that you can find right at the bottom here. This has two one-banger combo beam lights integrated into the headlight here, so in super dark scenarios, this will enhance your visibility much further. Now, the running light bordering the projectors is also unique with a configurable DRL turn signal design with different combinations between sequential and fade-off actions and the choice of amber or white DRL options, so you can set these up based on your personal build preference, which is pretty unique to this set. And really all it is plugging in an adapter on the back here. So if these have one already installed, you can just unplug that, plug this one in, and you have a completely new function for your DRLs and turn signals. Now, these have a tough PPS plastic housing, being great when it comes to longevity in the strength of the housing, making this resistant to high temperatures, and they're molded for a direct factory-like fit. Now, the lens on the front consists of a polycarbonate construction, being a tough plastic material. It's impact resistant, and this one is specifically UV coated for a new appearance over time, resisting any yellowing or oxidation. Now, underneath the projector lenses, the set also incorporates a lens heater, which helps in cold climates and makes sure that the lens is free of any frost to minimize any buildup. Now, the kit also includes halogen adapters, LED adapters, magnet mount resistors to avoid any hyperflashing or flickering with the high-powered LED, a DRL harness, and fuse taps, as well as the 4 pairs of plugs for the DRL and turn signal settings, which is where you can customize this setup. Now, these are about $1,900 for the set, again being a very premium choice for headlights in the category, but one of the most unique and feature-packed options as well. Now, with this set, you get a number of DRL and turn signal choices, incredibly bright and modern lighting performance, and additional features that you won't find in other choices like the lens heater or the high beam assist down at the bottom. Now, this is a super inclusive option when it comes to the capability of these lights, so if you know you want to invest in a premium set of headlights for your F-150 that gives you the choice to tailor them to your build, then this is a great option for you. Now, again, I said this kit is mainly plug and play. There's no splicing or additional wiring that's required. It does include a lot of wiring harnesses. However, you don't have to be intimidated because these are plug and play as well. Now, that's going to give this a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it really should only take about an hour or so in order to complete the install. At this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers here. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can bolt these up to your F-150 at home. So that wraps it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and a 10mm socket. What's up, guys? Today we're installing a set of headlights on our F-150. First, you're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you how to remove your factory headlights, and then I'll meet you back here for the install.
First thing we need to do is remove the 2 headlight bolts at the top here and then one at the side, and we're going to use our 10mm socket to do that. And with our 3 bolts removed, all we've got to do now is just grab a hold of the light and pull it straight forward. And with our headlight removed, we can go ahead and disconnect the 3 connectors on the back simply by pushing down on the release lever on each of the connectors and pulling it out.
Now the first thing I'm going to do now that we have our headlights removed is to install our fuse tap harness. We've got our fuse tap that's going to be going into our fuse box, and then we've got a connector that's going to drop into the passenger side headlight bucket, and we'll run the other one across to the driver's side. So I'm going to push in these 2 tabs on the fuse box to pop that lid open. We're looking for the number 77 fuse, which is this red 10 amp right here. Grab your needle nose pliers and pull that fuse out. And then we're just going to plug our fuse tap right back into that place. Ours came with 2 fuses. If yours only has 1, then you're going to take the fuse that you just pulled out and put it in there. Since we had both included, I'm just going to plug this in right where we pulled it out. Flip it around so it's a little easier to get out of our fuse box. And then I'm just going to be following this wire harness right here over to our passenger side headlight bucket. Now coming off of that harness, we've got one that's a lot shorter, one that's longer. The shorter one I'm going to put back behind the battery and run that down into my headlight bucket. And then the other side is going to get run across to the driver's side. Now I'm going to run that underneath of this plastic here. We've got a couple push clips that will pop. We'll get it in between our core support and the push clip so that it can't pop out and go anywhere. And we'll do that all the way over to the other side. So now I have my clip remover tool. I'm going to pop my 2 clips here. And then I'm going to take my wire. I'm going to go underneath. And then I'm going to put my push clip back in halfway. So now that's behind that push clip so it can't pop out. Now I'm just going to keep running it over, tucking underneath. And then once I get behind this push clip hole, I'm going to put that in about halfway. And then I'm going to run this from the back down into that headlight bucket. And I'm going to fully push my clip in on both sides. So now I'm going to hop into the headlight bucket and install my adapter harness. Now there's 2 different harnesses included in the kit, one for halogen and one for HID headlights. Now our truck has halogen, so I'm using this one. Just use the one where your plugs will go into, so one of the connectors is different. So I'm just going to plug these in. Press it in until I hear that click. And then on our side marker connector, we're not going to be using this. So they do include a plug in the kit. So you can just slide that in, press it until it clicks. And do the same thing on the other side and we'll get our headlights set up. Now we've got a bunch of different options for how you want to set up these headlights. We've got 4 different colored connectors that we can plug into the back here. Now blue is going to be your standard white DRL with a sequential turn signal. The red is going to be a white DRL with a fading turn signal. Black is going to be an amber DRL with sequential turn signal. And green is an amber DRL with the fading turn signal. Now, for our purposes, I'm going to be using the blue. That's going to be just your standard white DRL. You're going to have your amber turn signal and it's going to be sequential. So I'm going to plug that in right on the back here. And then we have these 2 connectors. One doesn't have any pins in it and the other is just kind of this jumper wire. Now the jumper wire is going to be for those 2 LED pods at the bottom. It's a high beam assist, so if you have the one with the jumper wire, those will come on. If you have just the plug, they won't come on at all. So once again, for this install, I'm going to be using the one with the jumper wire so that we can have these working. So you're just going to find the connector that matches up to it, plug it in, and then we can get these onto the truck. So now we're ready to plug in our headlights. So we're going to take the connector off of the adapter harness we installed, plug that in, press the red locking tab down to lock it in place. And then we have the connector from our fuse tap that's going right down here. Plug that in, And then just tuck your wires, they're out of the way. And then we can install our 3 bolts. So now thread in your 2 bolts at the top and your 1 bolt down at the side. And then take your 10mm socket to tighten all of these down. And repeat that process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Morimoto XB Evo LED headlights with black housing and clear lens for your 2009 to 14 F-150. Thank you for watching, and for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.